Hi Pisces, this is your homework family reading for all Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 16th through the 31st. Now let me hit the bell so I can make sure all the vibrations have been purified and everything's working well. Something about the way the bell works with me, I think it has to do with my shamanism. I can't explain it, I just know when the bells are right. And once they're right, that's when I stop. It's that simple. That's why everybody calls me Bells in my life, because there's always a bell with me. Alright, first off, for somebody specifically that I am connecting with, there is issues going on within, I would say, the lower 3 to 4 chakras. So it's definitely the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. Possibly the heart chakra, but I do feel it's definitely in the lower part. And I'm feeling like whatever it is a transformational healing that will help you come into feeling more dignified. Because I'm being specifically told by Spirit, dignified. And the reason I'm putting it that way is because I'm definitely connecting with at least one person. Because they are throwing my whole system out of whack. Sometimes when we start to clean out some of those energies, especially if we've just awakened and we're starting to work through our chakras in general, and we're starting to understand them and our vibrations and all of that, as our vibrations start to rise, well, they have to clean out those blocked energies. They have to clean out those negative energies. And in a way, it's like washing yourself out from the inside. And that's basically what's happening. And because inside of the body, sometimes it feels like it's going like this. Like you're trying to get out of yourself. Like your body is just, like my soul wants out. And what that is that's those vibrations going a little out of whack while they're starting to be cleaned up. They're starting to be tweaked. They're starting to rise. But the negatives are like, what? What's going on? You know, we're awake now? What? So the energy starts to feel like this, and it does make you feel a little bit nauseous. And whoever it is that I'm connecting with, I'm supposed to say that because apparently that's more like a validation for them, but I have to give you that. I am being told also that it's definitely something to do with all 7 chakras in some form. Whether it's unblocking energies, aligning the energies, awakening the energies, or, you know, there's something to do with all 7 chakras in one form or another. I'm also being told for some of you, it's specifically the throat chakra and specifically the sacral chakra. How you feel about yourself, coming into a comfortable, emotional, sacral chakra feeling sexually with yourself and sexuality within yourself. Feeling good enough to feel good about yourself, and then being able to express it outwardly with free will in your communication. There's definitely something about that for somebody, or for a couple of somebodies. I'm also being given the upward triangle, which for me is the 3. So for some people that's the Trinity, or coming into the Trinity. It can deal with anything that are 3. Excuse me. But it's also, for me, masculine energy. Because when it's upright, it's also speaking of guarding and masculine energy. So this is talking about taking action. Dealing with action, aggression, firepower, moving forward. A masculine form of energy. This may be dealing with male issues as well, or daddy issues, because I'm hearing daddy issues for some people. But I'm also being given, you know how like sometimes like you see the cartoons and like there's the one angel on the one shoulder and there's like the devil on the other? Well, I'm not seeing the devil, but I'm being told to pay attention to the angel on the shoulder. Because after that, I'm being given, they've got a lot to say. I'm being given, you know, like the Red Bull commercial. It's not about the Red Bull. But what I'm hearing is, it gives you wings. And then they tell me to get my little Humpty Dumpty. I just happened to name him Humpty Dumpty because of the way he was found when what was going on for the day, when I found him and I bought him. But he's my little dragon that's hatching. The wings that they're talking about isn't necessarily the angel, it's the dragon, because the spirit is definitely putting a dragon's face all up inside of me. I mean, inside of my head. So it gives you wings. Pay attention to, the angel. This is directing you towards, dragon energy and birthing of that dragon energy. But I feel like this is water dragon energy. So I feel like this is definitely getting to the depths of the emotions of self, bringing in that dignified energy, that intensity that the dragon has, courage, independence. You may want to look up, because I don't want to just go into one specific kind of dragon. You might want to look up dragon energy, dragon totems, because each one kind of has a little bit of different medicine, and dragon is one of my guides. They don't give you this medicine for easy. I mean, they don't give they don't waste their time expressing themselves on just anybody. They make you work for it, because they want you to actually move up, heal, transform. They want you to definitely find victory within your life, but they're not going to give you their lessons, their learning, without you showing them that you deserve it. And I feel like this is saying you're finding that inner dragon. That inner dragon is hatching and allowing you to breathe the dragon fire, which is definitely speaking to you of coming into your power, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, you are the universal 12th house normally, even though for you that's the first house, which is speaking to you of, let's be honest, it's ruled by Neptune. So it's where fantasy smacks you in the face with harsh reality. It's illusion and delusion. It's creative, spiritual energy that's very mysterious. It's also where, hidden secrets are, unconscious actions are. It's because it is part of the subconscious, being Pisces and Neptune in general, and how that actually is presented in the universal first house. Excuse me, for you, of your self-worth, your self-worth, not self-worth, your self-awareness, your personality, your appearance, your actual view of life, and your image. How you view yourself in your image, as well as how others view you. So it's the very core of all that you are. Okay? And it makes sense with what's going on in this house and who all it's talking to. And you got the eclipses going on, and there's a major ascension going on next month. So, I mean, it definitely feels like this is working through hatching your inner dragon. Alright. First off, we have, on the 16th, we have the lunar eclipse. It takes place in Capricorn. It's not just a lunar eclipse, it's also a full moon. So it's definitely about release, surrender, and let go. And then it's definitely got Pluto there, the South Node there, the moon, because it's the eclipse, and Saturn. It's a very powerful energy. And it for you is, let me get back to the right thing. For you, it is taking place in your 10th house. And it's in opposition of the 5th house. Not 10th, the 11th house and the 5th house. So this is saying this is all about acknowledging what in your outer community, your outer memberships, your outer groups is standing in the way of you achieving your wishes, your hopes, your goals, your dreams, your ambitions. And what self-realization is it going to take for you to realize that? Because something about that universal fifth house is speaking to you of your pursuit of pleasure. What makes you enjoy life? So the idea here is, what are you lacking for what you enjoy of life? Because that is going to be speaking to where the outer community is not serving you. And if it's not serving you, your community itself, your large groups, your memberships, your friends in those outer community, where are they not supporting you in your hopes, your dreams, your goals, your wishes, your ambitions? Where are they fighting that self-realization of helping you achieve that? And then find being able to actually enjoy life and what makes you enjoy life. Because this is where your creativity spawns from. And if you can't get to that inner child, that inner creativity, the enjoyment of life, and pursue the pleasure of it, then you're not going to achieve those goals, those ambitions, goals, wishes, dreams, because you can't creatively work your way through it. So this is definitely a time to acknowledge who doesn't belong here anymore, what people in these memberships and these, friends and these communities I was just told by a spirit, and some people it's the very act of sex, but where they don't serve you. Like I said, I'm just giving you what I'm seeing. Now, that's what that's what the eclipse is going to be speaking to you about in general. But you also have, on the 16th, you have Sirius, not the Sirius star, Sirius, which is in Sagittarius, going direct, moving closer to Jupiter. I think my cat's hiding in the corner sleeping. Because all of a sudden it started making weird noises. Okay, so Jupiter for you is the universal 10th house. This goes right into speaking to the actual relationship of the job. How your honor, your reputation, your prestige, professional career itself, financial success, and the community behind that financial success. Social foundations. What is the duty, the authority, and the responsibilities in creating this energy? And Jupiter is here. Jupiter should be spreading abundance all over this. But the only reason Jupiter may not be is because you may not be in a positive thinking, a positive action. This would be your Neptune. And Neptune is in that universal first house of your self-awareness. So Neptune is magical. It is freaking magic. It's spiritually magical, soulfully magical. And where do you take it, and what energy are you feeding it over to Jupiter to work with in that community? Because Jupiter can only feed it. Jupiter can only expand on what you feed it. Because it's higher knowledge and abundance and magnification. But if you're feeding it negatively, it will give you higher knowledge and expand on negativity in that career zone. Jupiter is magic, not Jupiter, Neptune is magic in all of its glorious forms, positive or negative. It is where fantasy smacks you in the face with harsh reality. It is nostalgia, where you hold on to the idea of something being a specific way when maybe it really never even was. Your memory just wants to believe it that way. Are you holding on to your ill waters and recreating cycles all over again from what you've already known? Or are you releasing, surrendering, and letting go and starting to create from new, healthy, magical waters? And your very self-awareness. Are you learning as you grow and mature? Because this is a transformational healing for you. I don't understand that at all. So unless you help me understand, then I ain't saying it. Now, all of this energy also is speaking directly with Leo all month. And Leo has both Athena, the warrior goddess, and Mars in it. And this energy is coming from Jupiter, from Neptune, and from Capricorn. A little bit of positives and a little bit of negatives all month long. Coming over here speaking to this Mars energy. Ooh, no, it goes from Mars and then it starts speaking to the Sun and Venus as they move in. So first it's talking to your, like I said, your action, your passion, action, aggression, your inner sexuality within that 6th house. For you, this is your everyday mundane task. This is your health, your diet, your personal feelings of healthiness. This is your ability of being healthy. This is your hygiene. This is your caretaking of the self and your everyday tasks, those everyday routines. And are you filling them with healthy routines, healthy energy, healthy hygiene, healthy diet? Are you taking action within actually feeding yourself in that universal 6th house from the moment you get up to the moment you go to bed, those slightly small little routines that you don't think are that big of a deal? Are you feeding yourself with healthy information, healthy food, healthy knowledge? Because you also have Athena, the warrior goddess, there, which is speaking to you of strategic thinking. If you're healthy, health becomes wealth. There's no point in having any wealth if you have no health. Okay, now, it's also the sun is coming in here to illuminate how you take care of yourself. Because if you're taking care of yourself in a healthy way, you know, it's moving in, the sun is moving in to Leo on the 22nd, and then Venus moves in on the 27th. And these energies are definitely fighting your career zone. Yeah, so it's going from your pursuit of pleasure to your everyday mundane tasks. And what are you not getting to enjoy about yourself? What are you not being, where are you neglecting taking good care of yourself and neglecting giving yourself pleasure in life? I mean, enjoyment in life, getting into what you pursue, what you truly desire, what you wish to create. What are you neglecting from yourself and neglecting of giving you your own health because of that outer community? Where's that outer community pushing on you so hard that it's not allowing you to be you? Because in those situations, that's where you're going to need to make changes. And they keep bringing me back to the act of sex for some reason. For somebody, that's what this is going to be dealing with. You definitely have a lot of energy, positive energies going on in your universal 3rd house, though, which is speaking to your communication. Your soul fire is there, and so is Uranus. So it's speaking to you of your independence, your individuality, your uniqueness, your freedom, your actual soul fire, and how you communicate with the world around you. So if you stick with that, it's helping you to express your inner truth. But it's also going to be able to help you with details, trivia, communication. Pay attention to those text messages. Pay attention to those phone calls, and those little things that you think are mundane are going to go a long way. And if you're positive about it, those little things that are mundane can go a long way in a very good way. Otherwise, it could be a text message you wrote, meant something very simple, and somebody blew it way the hell out of proportion. I mean, your communication is definitely on point. Are you? Okay, because independence, individuality, uniqueness, freedom, soul fire, communications coming out everywhere. And it looks like it's positive, but I'm giving you the honesties here so that you know what to do with it. Because it is fighting that health and well-being for you again. So what I'm saying is don't be so busy trying to help everybody else that you're not helping you, because that's really going to go against you right now. Yeah, most of this is the same kind of energy. Okay, and then you also have Mercury, which is going direct on the 31st. Yay, from Cancer, because it moves into Cancer on the 19th. And then you also have the new moon taking place in Cancer with a void, of course, to Leo on the same day that Mercury goes direct. So it's going right back into those very energies for you of your universal 5th house, your universal 6th house, and still speaking to that outer community. This is about taking good care of you, enjoying life, allowing yourself to have a healthy life, a healthy daily mundane tasks that serve you and bring enjoyment to you while you're still being responsible to your outer community. But if parts of that outer community doesn't serve what you need to address it. Is what I'm being shown, is you're going to need to address it. I don't know which one you are. I feel like I'm being pulled to both, and I don't know which one. Okay, this is a past life deck. When I pull from the past life deck in these kind of readings, I always tell everybody, if the different places in the world come up, like Asia, I don't speak of that. Because, those are going a little bit more past life. But usually there's something like leaving and travel, that those cards are not going to have. And that's why they have me go to these decks. Because it may be something that helps you understand something that you might be working through. So, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's up? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Pisces. Food and hunger and authority figures. Well, that makes sense. Okay, what was we just talking about? About jobs, responsibilities, careers, and then fighting, being able to enjoy life. This is saying somewhere in another life, food and hunger, you were afraid you weren't going to get it. Maybe even in this life. Something makes you fear that this authority will take your health away. Something makes you think that the authority figures in your life that, most likely are dealing with that outer community has such control over you that you have to do what they tell you, and you have to follow their rules, because otherwise you're going to feel like you're going to be left out in the cold, and that you're going to struggle. And this is a past situation. This is a negative belief. And as long as you continue to think this way, it will be exactly this way. You may have dealt with hardships. And you may still deal with hardships in the future. But they're saying it's not that you can't. You can't move forward. You can't move forward, and you can't make changes. And if you stay in positions out of fear, then all you'll do is create more fear, and you actually will go nowhere. Because then they give me orphan, and then they give me angel. Which is more or less saying, this is their way of saying, you are never not connected. You are never alone. You may feel like you're alone. You may feel like your choices are limited. You may feel like you've been left out in the cold and you don't have any options. But that's so not true. You are always connected. It's up to you to acknowledge that. And once you start acknowledging that and you allow them to help you, spirit, your angels, your guides, then they can. But if you're too busy, like I said, a lot of this has to do with Neptune energy. If you're too busy recreating from a negative Neptune, because you're ruled by Neptune, where fantasy smacks you in the face with harsh reality, because you believe it, and you're creating it to come true. There's a difference. There's illusion and there's delusion. There's illusion that you can bring. You can bring manifestation threefold. You can bring it forward. But what do you believe more? If you believe more that something is negative, if you it's like I say all the time, if you want to express gratitude, and you're expressing gratitude so that you're putting the synchronicity out there so that you're bringing the energy back, but you really, truly aren't thankful. You're just saying it because you're trying to make yourself believe it. That's lying to your vibrations, and this is what I'm talking about. You can't tell yourself a lie about believing in yourself or believing that things are positive or can work out, because if you're lying to yourself, I know they always say fake it until you make it. And in a part, that's true. I mean, but you have to be believing in it in order for that manifestation to take that turn and come forward. If you're trying to send it out there and express gratitude when really you're not thankful and you're kind of pissy about it, that won't work. Neptune is magical. It's illusion and delusion. It's nostalgia. It's not positive or negative. It creates magic according to what you give it. It's not biased. It doesn't have any opinion there. It's going to go where it needs to go. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling. Since I had Dragon come through anyway, let's see what else Dragon has to say. Thor's red and black and gold dragon protects you and your times of change. A time of rapid transformation and transition. Relax. You already are safe. It was the first thing that was coming out of them. This is the earth, air, fire dragon. Works with you to clear that fifth dimensional ley lines. This is speaking to you of being able to ascend into a higher level, to a higher dimension, so that you can actually start to create what you want and get away from those negatives. It is time for service. When you give, you will receive. And then Sunshine Yellow Dragon says to help you with animals, but I know when this card comes up for me, this is telling you you need to spend some time outside with nature. It will help you ground yourself, help you find, a different level of, it'll help your anxiety lower, it'll help you in so many different ways, it will help you balance your chakras. It's like having a little divine connection. I don't know, go for a walk. But it will help you. Take a walk, go into the forest, take, some time at the park. Take some time to yourself. And help yourself to get on a higher vibrational level so that you can birth your inner dragon. It feels like it's very good energy that's moving forward. The only way it's not is if you don't believe in yourself or you can't believe in the manifestation and you're trying to lie to your own vibrations about the manifestation, because that's just not going to work. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What does Pisces need to know to help them move forward? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Ooh. Is it all three? Yeah, okay, never mind. First one I saw was the Knight of Discs. Put it back just a little bit. The Knight of Discs, which is the Knight of Pentacles. This is asking you to use your instinct. use your instinct, be reliable. You know, this is talking to you about sticking to your ethics, your morals, your material values within those morals. This is production to sustain a new beginning. But you have got to, in order for the World card to come through, you have got to get past this disappointment. You've got to get past, your Scorpio and Mars. This is wallowing in your self-pity. If you're wallowing in your shit, that Universe card is not going to come to an end and give you a brand new beginning. Because it will only bring you a brand new beginning of something new to have self-pity over. This is telling you, like I said, get deep within self, get true with self, figure out what those morals are, figure out what those material values are, figure out where it's reliable, where you can be reliable, where this knight can come through and hold his ground, take his time, and work his way out of any of these emotional crises that have kept you blocked from the universe. From the universe coming in. From the completion and the very beginning of a fresh new start. The only thing that's keeping you from the fresh new start is you. This is a final stamp, a central point in your life, a major change. And it's there for you if you're willing to take it. But you've got to get away from your negative, lower vibrational thinking. Because this will become a completion. Like I said, it's the world. It's the end of a cycle that can birth you into the Knight of Wands. This can birth you into very swift, sudden action of change. It is still sticking to your morals, your standards. If you're going to stand for something, stand for something. And do it with all of your passion, your action, and your aggression. Let go of the damn disappointment. Let go of, oh no, that wasn't the same card I picked up. I thought it was the same card. This is, and then you'll find pleasure. You'll find pleasure by going after pleasure. You'll find pleasure and you'll find temperance by going after your brand new rebirth. This is fulfilling the cups. This is transformational healing. This is what I've been saying the whole time. This is a very rapid period of healing, of transformational healing. This is definitely Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But this is a chance of rebirth through temperance, through taking that inner time. Like the dragons were even saying, take the time, go out and do what you've got to do for you. If you aren't caring about you and if you aren't loving you, don't expect anybody else to. Sorry. But especially in that outer community. If that outer community and those dreams, those goals, those ambitions aren't being met because you let other people push you around, then that's exactly what's going to happen. This is about learning how to stand in your power and not be pushed around so that you can create the life you desire. I just keep coming out of this box, I tell you. What does Pisces need to hear on an uplifting level that will help them for the second half of July? What does Pisces need to hear? What can we leave them with? Maybe that one doesn't count. Because it says Oracle deck. This is, unless this is telling you to just meditate. Get with your inner oracle. But this is also earth elements. Again, go outside. I gratefully accept the abundance of earth. The abundance that earth bestows upon me. Spend some time outside with nature. It's also where the dragon will be. All three, really? Yeah. 2, not 3. Then you are being given, I follow my own unique path, with courage, and with strength. I'm just telling you to believe in yourself, honey. Believe in yourself. Stand by what you desire. Go get your what will give you pleasure in life. Help your creativity bloom. Express yourself the way that only you can by learning it's okay to do that. And then giving yourself a healthy routine that supports it. Crystal Ascension. I am attuned to the universe, to the universal wisdom and the energy of the crystal kingdom. I mean, like I said, it's very positive energy. The only way it's negative is if your free will turns it into it. There might be, obviously, some things that we always have to overcome. Some skeletons in the closet, some things that we have to, see head on. Or the dragon needs to rear its ugly little head from time to time. So, sorry, dragon. That's just the way I heard it coming out. Sometimes, in that outer community, you've got to put it back in its place. That's what I feel like this is about. Put that outer community in its place because your life's important to you. And they don't get to rule that. I love you. Bye, guys.